Tell me what you see here, Chris. Let's take a look.
Myself?
See, Chris Ariel, that's right. What were you thinking at that moment?
Shit.
When I wake up in the morning and the alarm gets out of warning, I don't think I'll ever make it on time. By the time I grab my books and I give myself a look, I'm at the corner just in time to see the bus fly by. It's alright, 'cause I'm saved by the bell.
Hello and welcome to Saved by the Bell. Apologies to anyone who thought that we're going to see a repeat of the comedy high school show from the 90s, full of laughter and tears and teenage angst. But no, this isn't the comedy show Saved by the Bell. This is Saved by the Bell, the boxing show. First of all, I want to say thank you to the few people, the 3 people that encouraged me to make this video. And of course, our very own Uncle Ultra, who called me a fucking moron. That uncle that steps into our lives every now and again and gives us those pearls of wisdom, whether it be boxing wisdom or general politics wisdom or general life views. So I want to say thank you, Uncle Ultra. Thank you. Right, let's just get on with it. Tomorrow night is a show, a Sky Sports show, live from the M&S Arena in Liverpool. M&S, I think that stands for Marks and Spencer's. I'm not too sure. You can correct me on that. It's a show, it's a good card for a Saturday night. Considering the dross that we've had, this is not too bad. There's quite a few good fights that I'm interested in seeing. Topping the bill is Liam Abifi Smith against my very own, Birmingham's very own, Sam Eggington. I don't think this should be the top bill card. I think the Fowler Fitzgerald should be the top bill card. That's the fight, let's be honest, that we all want to see. It's an interesting fight, Fowler Fitzgerald. There's a lot of beef between them. We've seen it on social media going back and forth, and we're waiting to see the explosive action that's hopefully going to happen on a Saturday night. Right, let's look at the fighters. Fowler, good amateur pedigree. I like him a lot. I think he's an exciting, good fighter. He has a nice jab, a good right hand, goes to the body. Could use his feet a little bit better. Could, cut off the ring a little bit better. But I think he's a work in progress, and I think he will go on to do really good things. An unbeaten record, good knockout percentage. So a lot of people are having this as a 50-50 fight. I don't think it's as 50-50 as we think. I think Fowler has the upper edge, but that's me personally. You might differ. Fitzgerald, on the other hand, again, unbeaten record. Has recently left his trainer and gone back to his dad in Preston. Will this make a difference? I don't know. Is a weighting issue? I don't know. He's had hand problems. He's had up and down training camps. Is he settled now? Is he ready to go? Will he take this aggression and this hype into the fight, which could obviously cause him problems? And that could go for both fighters. But I think Fowler is a little bit more mature in the way he goes about his work. I do think that, as I said before, it's not as close as people might think. I believe Fowler wins this, and wins it by knockout. There will definitely be a knockout. It's really nice to see 2 British fighters putting their unbeaten records on the line and really going for it. Very reminiscent of Groves de Gale. They're going for it. There's, where will they go from here? Well, there's possibly the British title eliminator or the British title fight with Ted Cheeseman on the line. Where does the loser go? The loser just goes back to where he was and starts rebuilding again. That happens. That's okay at this early part of your career. You can still move on and you can still go forward. So definitely a fight that I will be looking forward to seeing and that I'm going to watch with bated breath. My prediction on that, so we've got to give a prediction. Don't really like giving predictions because that can kind of kick you in the arse later on, but I may never make another video, so it's not going to be shit. So basically, I'm going to go for Fowler for knockout. I think he wins this. The next one I'd like to talk about is David Price and Kash the Bash Ali. The Bash is probably not his nickname, but it was a nickname I would use if my name was Kash and I was a boxer. David Price, where have you been? Look at him. This press conference yesterday, absolutely incredible. Loved it. Where you been, David Price? I think he's got to the point now, David Price, where he just doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit. It's just for Jeff it. I can't be bothered anymore. You know, I've lost. I've been knocked out. People have ripped the piss out of me. But I'm still fighting, I'm still going now. I've watched previous interviews with him where he said, you know, I've kind of got to the point where now I want to, like, just take every fight as it comes. It kind of seems he wants to cash out and go as far as he can. You know, it's like when you're on a fruit machine and you're gambling and it goes to, like, if you're a gambler, me personally, every now and again, if you get to like the pound and then you go into the gamble, it goes for the £2 and then gamble, and you go as far as you can until you think you've got enough money, or you go bust, one of the two, you know, and it's just, I think he's just trying to reach to that and trying to get as much money as he possibly can before he exits. I think that world title dream is over for him. If it came, very unlikely, but you never know in today's boxing. It's a crazy world. But, you know, I think if he lost, then, you know, he's made enough money, or hopefully will make enough money to see him through for the rest of his life. So good on him. So I think he's got this attitude now as like, fuck it, I'm just going to do it. I think he's probably gained a little bit more confidence because he's come down to this like this domestic level, and he kind of feels like I am good enough for domestic level, so I can go into this fight quite confident that I'm going to win, and hopefully it might lead to something bigger and more money. Kash Ali, unbeaten, hasn't really fought anyone, quite a lot of journeymen, etc, etc, but again, he's got nothing to lose. He's going into this fight, this is his first time, he's going to be on Sky Sports live, against a good name. You know, for him, the world's his oyster after this. If he wins this, you know, that'll probably put him up for a British title contention. Maybe a fight with like Dave Allen, depending on who he goes with, Lucas Brown or Dubois or Gorman or someone like this. So like for him, it's a win-win. If he loses, he goes back to where he was and starts again. Very much similar to Fitzgerald and Fowler. You know, he can go back and start again. So for him, this is a win-win situation. And he knows, and we all know, this is why we like watching David Price. We love watching. This is why I like watching Amir Khan, because you know, at any minute, his ass could be on the grass. Simple as that. He could be gone. So, like, he's going to go in there, Kash Ali, confident, thinking, oh, you know, he's knocked out quite a few people. He's thinking, why can't I knock out David Price? He's been knocked out before. I don't fear this man. So I think Kash Ali, Kash the Bash, as I would say, has to go in there and has to really put it on him, smother him, and really try and blast him out as quick as possible. Just get to him. Just make it rough for him. Make it difficult for him. Price, he likes to be on the end of that jab. He tries to keep a bit of distance because he knows he's vulnerable on the old whiskers. So, you know, he's going to try and keep the distance, but Kash Ali has to get in there. David Price, got to box sensible. How's his head? His head goes. We know his head goes. His body goes. So he's just got to go in there, and hopefully with his newfound aggression, wherever it's come from, he's going to go in there thinking, yeah, I'm just keep at the end of the jam, and then pow, end of story. So again, there's going to be a knockout in this. This isn't going the distance, so that'll be something to see. Whether it's, you know, it's probably second on the bill. Whether it's worth that, probably not. But we all like to see David Price, don't we? Let's be honest. We like to see him because, as I said, you never know what's going to happen. So yeah, but I'll probably go for. I'm going to go for Price in this. I'm going to go for Price. Come on, Price. Let's get a knockout win. Next, leading the bill is Liam Beefy Smith against Sam Eggington, the hometown favourite for me. So, right. Is it a great fight? Not really. No, I'll be honest with you. It's not amazing, is it? Is it? It's basically Liam Smith has come to Matchroom. This is when he announces himself on Sky Sports and to the Sky Sports public, and really, you know, this is definitely a step down for him. I mean, Liam Smith has lost twice. Once to the biggest elite fighting cheater in the world, in Canelo Alvarez, no shame in that, and Mungai, who he lost to, who has turned out to be quite the boxer and quite the puncher. So again, no shame in that, really. So really, this is like an entrance fight into what he sees as bigger things, with that DAZN money and that American money and those doors that can open. That can basically open to a possible eliminator or to another world title shot, which wouldn't be surprising. And you know, he can operate. He's not elite, but he can operate at that level. You know, so you know, for him, it's a kind of good fight for him. I think he'll fancy it, and you know, I think he'll be very confident in winning. Sam Eggington, Barry Hearn's love child, best mate. What can you say about Sam Eggington? He likes to come forward, takes two to give one. So, you know, he went on a bit of a run, beat Paulie Malignaggi. I think got the European title. So he was looking like, oh, this is a Cinderella story. This guy's going to go on and maybe even challenge for a world title. This is crazy. How could this possibly happen? But it didn't happen, because then he fought. Hold on, I need to check his name because I'm not very good with names. So he fought Wakinyo from Tanzania, who was brought over really bit of a you know, to come back. I think it was over. Let me see again. Sorry, it was 10 rounds. He'd had you know, he fought Peter Kramer, who was 8-0. So like, I think this was a fight that he was meant to win and go on and see where he goes from there, possibly go back to that European title. Although I will say that McKinnon now is, and since then has become, the UBO International Super Welterweight title holder. If you don't know what the UBO is, it is the Universal Boxing Organisation, who he beat Joseph Sincala, who was 13-11-1. So really, Sam Eggington, this for him, hopefully he'll be motivated, which I'm sure he will, because again, he knows if he beats Liam Smith, then it will lead on to bigger things. So he's going to come in there and give it all guns, and hopefully, you know, try and get that victory and really go for it, which is nothing more, you know, you expect no less really from Sam Eggington. If he loses, he goes back to the domestic level and still can operate, still a big enough name to get the fights and to possibly, you know, win a European title. Again, Liam Smith, as we know, as I said before, could go on and challenge for a world title, but Liam Smith will win this, I'm afraid to tell you. Pretty much everyone knows Liam Smith will win this. He is a better boxer than Sam Eggington. I think Sam Eggington is the taller guy. He will put pressure on him. But I think Liam Smith has got the skills to work the body, work the head, and eventually probably, I think, stop him late. Hopefully with a body shot, because I love a body shot. I love a body shot. But hopefully he will get there. And he'll get to the body and he'll win this fight and he will go on. That's my prediction. I think he will win. So my head is saying Fowler will win, Price will win, and Liam Smith will win. My heart is kind of saying, oh, I'd like to Fitzgerald to do a bit of an upset. That'd be quite interesting. I like Kash Ali. I think he's originally from Birmingham, so I'll give him that. Cash the bash. And also Sam Eggington's from Birmingham, so I kind of like him to win. But I think they're all pretty much on that side. They're all going to be the winners in this outcome, and it'll be interesting to see where they all go after this. So that is the end of this edition, 12 minutes 30. I think I did all right, maybe rambled a little bit, but you never know. This could be the last one, this could be the first one, who knows? Well, it is the first one, but it could be the last one ever. So, you know, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to LSC, like, subscribe, comment. I made that myself. I've never heard that before. If you've heard that before, sorry, I do apologise. So right now, I'm going to go off, have a cup of tea, eat a bourbon, and maybe watch Wreck-It Ralph on DVD. So anyway, enjoy the Saturday night's boxing. I'll try and get back after the weekend, maybe do something else. You never know, depending on what the comments are, good or bad. Who knows? But one thing, just remember, be careful out there.
When I wake up in the morning and the alarm gives out a warning, I don't think I'll ever make it on time. By the time I grab my books and I give myself a look, I'm at the corner just in time to see the bus fly by. It's alright.